And he's got a frustrating night. Do you think the team had enough chances to earn a draw?
No, good enough. Not good enough. Bang average side we played against there, and we've got beaten because we didn't do the basics right. We just couldn't pass to a red shirt. So many people trying to do things themselves. If we'd done things how we wanted them to do, then we would have won the game comfortably. But people want to start doing their own thing. They believe the hype of everything that's happened for the cup run. Well, I'm sorry, but I ain't cutting it. We had 3v2 in the middle in the first half, and everyone started doing their own thing. 3 up front didn't do enough. And we changed it at the start of the second half. We had the win with us, wanted to have the impetus. Ball goes back to Barks, he shanks it in the midfield, and we don't get our half for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Some of the basics were horrendous tonight. And these are players that can do it, they've shown to do it, but when they come off the page and they start doing what they want to do, it doesn't work, and that's shown. We played against a side who can't believe they probably got 3 points here today. It's unbelievable. And
that's similar to what you've said in the past, of when players stick to the game plan.
It's game management. It's game management. I've just gone through the notes in there. I've got a book with all my notes from half time, and I'm saying the same things over and over again. Five out of the last 7 weeks. We don't get the balls into our front players as easy as opposition teams because they're not as deep as we are. We're too deep. And then our midfield players find it hard to go and win the ball. We make it too easy for people, and we keep saying it. And I must have shouted it 100 times from the sideline. I said it at half time. I said it like I said in my pad, in my notes numerous times. But it shows if we don't do it, we don't win games. And they've had one chance and scored from it. But we didn't do enough with the ball. And obviously when Tristan came on, he gave us a bit of interest with the bar, but we didn't have sustained pressure because we kept on giving the ball away.
Yeah, but Tristan did make an impact, and it was maybe after Macclesfield scored, but Tristan came on, Jordan Roberts came on, and there were chances there. Dan Holman hitting the crossbar. Yeah,
the front three were disappointing, to be honest. Brett's felt his hamstring and had to come off. But we didn't make the most of our 3 in midfield against their 2. We should have done because they were so wide open. But if you don't pass the ball to each other and you start trying to be too clever with it, you're going to give the ball away. You've got to set the game up. You've got to probe, and you've got to make sure that you have a plan to get to where you want to get. And we were trying to get there in one step rather than moving the ball and trying to pull them out of holes so we could exploit those holes. It was easy. Their 2 midfield players just played against 2 of ours, and the other one just kept on giving the ball away. It's just elementary. It's just so disappointing when you see players are capable of doing it. But I'm sorry, but tonight it wasn't good enough. Nowhere near good enough, and I'm absolutely furious because we've thrown away an opportunity there. That's 3 points there. They're average side. I don't care whether they're 4th in the league or not, but they didn't show much tonight, and we should have beaten them. But we didn't do well enough on the ball. We didn't use it properly, and that's why they've got 3 points and we haven't. And that's why they're 4th in the league, and that's where we are. And people think it's too easy to just switch it on and turn it on and off. You've got to do it week in, week out. Good teams do that. Good players know what to do each week, and we haven't done it tonight. And I'm absolutely furious.
And that's it. Macclesfield, they did the basics, as you said, strong, solid, nothing spectacular, but they've had a game plan and it's worked.
Yeah, they pass the ball to each other. When they've got it, they keep it, and when they haven't, when they're under pressure, they chase after it and they work hard. It's not hard. It's the thing is that the worst thing about it is that we work on stuff in training. We do back four work. We work on keeping the ball and making sure that we move the ball properly. We come to a game day. Some days we do it. Some days we don't do it. The days we do it, we win games. The days we don't do it, we lose games. How the penny doesn't drop, I do not know. But I'm standing there watching that, and we've got players passing it off the pitch or looking at someone who's free and trying to hit another worldly ball that goes straight out for a goal kick. It's decision making, it's game management, it's making sure, and whether people are intelligent or not, it's about football intelligence. It's about knowing that if you've got the ball, the other team can't score. If you keep giving it to them, they're going to have chances.
And you made 4 changes this evening. Was it that the players coming in didn't take their opportunities?
Obviously not. But the ones that played the other games didn't really show too much either. There wasn't many fantastic performances. It's about believing. People think now they've got a bit of publicity and everyone's going well with the cups and everything like that. The league's your bread and butter. This is where if you go and win these games and play well in these games, you've got a chance of playing in the cups and doing well in the cups. You can't just switch it on. I'm not here to just do well in the trophy and the FA Cup. You know, look, we're beating Torquay and Portsmouth. So what? We're not playing Man United in the 5th round or 6th round. We're playing Rochdale in a replay at Scotland, which is going to be one of the toughest games we've had all season. And we think we can play like that before we get there. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I needed to take a couple of players out. Jordan hadn't trained before he played, so we couldn't play him, and then expect him to play 2 more games this week. Same with Manny. You know, Barks had to play tonight, but you know that's where we are with it. And you know, people didn't take their chance, and people that were playing in the side have got to maintain their standards. Or we say that standards have got to be kept the same, and people dropped them, I'm afraid.
And with the FA Trophy on Saturday, you've said you maybe have to look at the squad to kind of be a bit pragmatic about your team selections, I guess. Yeah. But the squad isn't really.
Yeah, I mean, I played the strongest side physically, who were capable of playing tonight, and physically we were all right. It's just mentally and technically we were inept. You know, so that side there, every single one of them played in a side that's been winning games and done well. You know, they come in, some of them were fresh, and the others couldn't have played tonight. You know, played 90 minutes, it would have damaged them even more than they've with their injuries. But you know, I'm looking at Saturday now and thinking, you know, we've got to make sure we still play the strongest squad. But you know, whether it's thinking about Rochdale or not, I'm thinking about Saturday, because we've got to be better than that. And Burgess Hill, watched them last night, strong side, unbeaten in the league. If the lads think they can turn up and it'll be a nice easy one for them, they've got another thing coming, and they know that. I've told them that, but whether they actually implement it, because mentally I've got to see whether they can cope with what's being thrown at them today.
And the need to approach Burgess Hill Town as a league game rather than a trophy game where the shots are the favourites that's not the way to do it.
It's a chance for the players to regain the fans' faith in them, and after tonight, you know, that wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for me, it wasn't good enough for the fans, it wasn't good enough for anyone here, and it wasn't good enough for them. But they're the ones that can affect it on the pitch. They're the ones that can do something about it. And the amount of mistakes we make, one after another, rather than someone realising there's a mistake being made and then they've got to make sure that the team gets back onto a level footing, we just keep making mistake. People think they're better than they are. They're not. When they do things right, we look a good side. When people try to do their own thing, they don't look a good side. And we don't look a good side, and we didn't tonight, and we should have won the game. We should have won the game at a canter if we'd done what we did. But we haven't. Macclesfield, you know, going back on the bus laughing. 3 points, but they can't believe their luck. It doesn't happen to us. We don't go there away from home or play at home and you know, get away with that, because we haven't. You know, the lads aren't managing the game properly. That's the most disappointing part about it, because we can do it, but when we don't do it, we lose games, and it's just driving me crackers.
Yeah, but maybe looking at it positively, given their lofty position in the league, you can see
I'm not looking at it
not much of a
positively,
difference.
Steve. I'm not. No, because it's about us. We've lost the game of football. We haven't won. They might be better than that. They might have played horrendously. They've won the game. We haven't. We're at home and we haven't played well, and we've lost the game. So there's no positives to take out of it, apart from probably Tristan coming on and doing well. That is probably about it. But he can't play in the trophy because we had to let him play for Weymouth, because they had so many trophy games in the month that he was there, and there was no point in him going otherwise. So. But we lost the game, and we haven't done enough. We should have been out of sight in that game, but we haven't, and that's so no positives.